Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol DKNG for Draftkings Inc. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, this will, of course, be an update. However, our levels are really irrelevant now, so let's clear the drawing set and start from scratch with a new daily roadmap. I would point out that the flush point here at 2620, basically the low of this descending triangle, something that would have looked like that, did ultimately break down on today's session, and that break happened on an increase in volume. So we are going to give the bears a little bit more confidence here as opposed to being skeptical of this breakdown. The predominant daily trend as well is down, so we're not going to fight that. Overwhelmingly, this is not a name to be trying to buy or catch rather the falling knife in. If we look left, there really isn't any supports that we can see from this yearly chart. Let's just make sure there's nothing hiding off to the left. We'll go with 5 years max data here, and there's like IPO opening prints. We also have this area from in the past. Let's just zoom in on that and see what we can find underneath that 2465, grabbing the other tool. So there's that floor of support, 2341. You can see we did support there before ultimately making that next leg higher. And then after that, it's simply the IPO opening print, essentially here, close to 2050. So it's not looking so hot for DraftKings. If it does go lower, the all-time low is at 1760, so we may as well throw it on the chart. Back on over to the recent, price action, and just expanding this to make it a little easier to see those downside levels now. I mean, we're really not that far off, and considering the strength of this most recent downtrend, I wouldn't be surprised if these levels do come into play. Noting that we only have day one of the breakdown, we are looking for follow through tomorrow. Ultimately coming into that 2341 would fulfill target number one, and we would reevaluate, right? Do we print a daily hammer down here? Does it look like we could bounce for a little bit of a dead cat, or is it just another absolutely weak day out there where we see follow through underneath that level? In the post market, it's not like we're significantly higher than the close. We're at 2445 by 2450, so we're actually slightly underneath the closing print here. That's illustrated on the 30-minute time frame. We're currently hanging out right about here, so not significantly lower, but also not significantly higher. Let's go ahead and throw on the Fibonacci 38.2 just to see where bear flag consolidation happens. Coming in from the highs down to the lows, you can see that little area of congestion there around 2513. As long as we remain underneath that level, this is nothing more than bear flag consolidation on a smaller time frame, right? Like the 30-minute. So we get something like this, bear flag, ultimately a breakdown of this low area here takes us closer to those downside targets. The only way to get bullish is if it wants to get back up and over the breakdown point at 2620. But again, even if we were to make a move to that, I would be on the lookout, because the daily downtrend is so firm, for inverted hammers, indecision dojis, basically anything that would make you think, okay, is this just going to be a break and retest on the daily for a rejection here? If it coincides with the resistance trendline, fantastic. And then you're looking for shorts, right? Equal lows and then further lower lows to just continue the daily downtrend. That's what I'm seeing here inside of DraftKings. If you enjoyed the video or learned anything new today, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.